You need to hear this if you're a paranormal enthusiast. Ready to dive into the unknown? Join the Tristan channel as we journey through spine-tingling paranormal encounters, unexplained supernatural phenomena, and perhaps some eye-popping UFO sightings. Our world is full of mysteries, and together we'll explore the eerie, the bizarre, and the downright unexplainable. From haunted houses to cryptic creatures, we'll react to the most chilling and baffling compilations. So if you're ready to test your courage and expand your mind, hit that subscribe button and let's unravel the unknown together. Welcome to the adventure. Welcome to the Tristan channel.
Hello and welcome to the Tristan channel, or welcome back if you've already subscribed. Before I start this video, I want to say that I'm not sure what's happening next week. I might be a bit busy. Well, nothing bad my way. It's nothing to do with me. It's I've got to do some legal service next week, so I don't know if I'm going to be busy or whatever, and I don't know what's happening. So we'll see how it goes next week. So basically, so tonight I figured, well, in the weekend, I'll record one out just ahead. So anyway, just in case I don't have time to upload or anything like that, because I don't know what's happening. So anyway, in this video, we're going to return to a channel we haven't seen in quite a well. It feels like we haven't seen it in quite a while, and that is The Darkest Secret. And this is spectacular ghost videos you won't believe. Okie dokie. This is another channel I like where that I like the voice of the person. They sort of like, they could be on Calms, that app where they read you bedtime stories and stuff like that. I'm also working on. I'm just typing up the script for it. Working on it, because I don't have my documentary creating app anymore. When I get around to it, I'm going to message the developers to say, why have you stopped it being incompatible with my phone? I'm not sure if it might be compatible on my tablet, I don't know. Anyway, point is, it's like, so I'm going to have to read it. So it's just going to be me like this, talking, explaining stuff. If you don't mind that, then fair enough. I mean, you can always just look away and just listen to it like an audio file. So, yeah, I'm working on something like that. Basically, it's about time travel incursions and why there's certain problems with so-called theories in the MCU and whatever. Right, so without further ado, enough of me waffling, let's go to see what The Darkest Secret has in store for us in this video. Let's do this. Yeah. Incidentally, the clever thing is, on the side button there, I found a shortcut, because I usually just open up the app, and then to get this corner camera up, turns out, if I click on that button where I press stop or pause, there's a briefcase with a fucking... It turns out there's a bloody spanner on it, which means toolbox. And I was like, for God's sake.
From a real witch threatening a man to a poltergeist phenomena affecting military personnel, to top-ranked videos
no
that
spoilers.
will make you tremble. Get ready, because you're about to see footage that will make you question absolutely everything. My name is Leonore Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret.
I don't think I've ever seen her face. That's what she looks like.
Today we present spectacular ghost videos you won't believe. Number 9. We begin this list with footage that has gone viral in recent days because of how disconcerting it is. One morning, a man heard his dogs barking incessantly for several minutes. So he went outside to see what was happening.
You see what I mean? For those who are new to the channel, who haven't watched this with us before, you see what I mean? She's got those nice voices, isn't she?
He never imagined he would find himself in the following situation. Watch.
Listen, you need to leave now. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna let them out. It's midnight. What are you doing here? Leave now. It's midnight.
Get a job. Look at you, weirdo bastard.
We're not playing any more games. You are agitating my dogs. I told you late at night my guard dogs are out, and they're out. I'm not gonna be babysitting. You broke onto the property at 3 in the morning. They're gonna come out.
I just came to bless you and your dog.
You need to leave now. You need to leave now. I'm letting...
I've come here to bless you. That doesn't sound like witchcraft. That sounds like more Christian. Witches don't go up to you and go, "Oh, I'd like to bless you." You know, if you want help from a witch, then obviously they've got a fucking whisker. Then they'll offer it or whatever, but they won't. They're not the sort of person who comes up and goes, "I want to bless you."
them out. Don't come any closer. I'm gonna let them out.
Probably Jehovah's Witness.
I'm gonna let them out. They're here and they're waiting.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna leave. The police has been looking for 4 days now. There's no one around. This is my place. I don't know where you're coming from. I don't know where you're coming from.
I just came to bless you.
I'm letting my dogs out.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that's not a witch. That's not a witch. That's a conservative. That's a watchtower. That is.
She disappeared. What the hell?
As you saw, he had no idea who that woman was or where she'd come from. He only knew that she was in the middle of a lonely, dark road in the dead of night, and that she was walking towards him, saying she wanted to bless him and his dogs. But the strangest thing is that just seconds later, the woman mysteriously disappeared, never to be seen again. Since its publication, this recording has reached millions of users, generating thousands of comments suggesting that perhaps what was seen there was not an ordinary woman. Some claim it could be a witch, because nothing explains why someone would walk alone at that time, in that place, much less
Because they're a weirdo bastard.
disappear without a trace. Others, even more uneasy, point out
Well, she didn't disappear without a trace. She just walked back into the darkness. She buggered off, didn't she? Because she didn't want to get her limbs torn to shreds by dogs.
that the phrase, "I come to bless you," is common in certain accounts of demonic encounters.
No, it isn't.
They say these entities use calm and harmless sounds, or harmless sounding words to build trust, before getting close enough to fully reveal themselves. And if you think about it, approaching a stranger at 3 a.m. in a completely isolated place offers
She's not even dressed like a witch. You know, I mean, a stereotypical witch, but it's like, the witches like you see in Hollywood, the evil ones that put curses on you. Oh, put a curse. Those sort of witches don't exist. Yeah? The old folklore, the Salem witches, they were innocent women who were burnt for challenging misogyny, for being free thinkers, for practicing herbalism, which is an alternative form of medicine, or a natural form of medicine. It still works today. It's just that big pharma, likes doing things their way. You know what I mean? But it's like, and you had male witches as well. Don't get wrong, you had male witches. Anyone who went up against the system, the church, were burnt to the stake as a witch, basically. That's where witches come from. Pardon me. So, but I'm not saying. But some of you might be saying, "Oh yeah, but I'm descended from witches." No, what I mean is, when I say where witches come from, I'm talking about the stereotypical witches where people think they go around the forest naked, worshipping the devil. You know what I mean? They might go in the forest naked to worship the goddess, because druids, pagans, all that lot, they used to go out and, during times of the season, the festivals or whatever, when it's that time of the cycle where it's like that festival represented fertility, so they would go out and dance naked, but and all this sort of stuff. But what we think of the evil witches, which you see stereotypically in Hollywood films, it makes you laugh as well, really, because if people like J.K. Rowling are feminists and they hate men, it's like Harry Potter. That shouldn't be a school of wizards. That should be a school of witches. If you believe in girl power, that whole series should have been, a female-led cast, a female-led character base, and a school of witches. And you can get male witches as well. But what people think of witches as in evil, comes from this bullshit, Hollywood stereotype and BS around, persecution of innocent people during Salem and other witch trials during Europe, England, and all that sort of stuff. The modern day witches you see today, who won't come up to your house in the middle of the night, they're decent people, friendly people. Wiccan, pagan, whatever you name it. It's like a lot of them are modern groups. So like Wicca, you have like Gardner. I mean, even Gardner said he met witches in the forest who recruited him and stuff. But still, they're from herbalists and various other things. They're not like, oh, witches. You know what I mean? If you see what I'm trying to get at. So, yeah, but when, so in terms of, even from a standpoint of, oh, there's an evil witch in the forest. An evil witch in the forest won't go, oh, I want to bless you. I mean, that sounds like, I don't know, the way she says it, and it's America. She sounds American. Well, he I'm not sure where it is in America. Yeah, she sounds really American. And in America, you know what they're like over there. I mean, I'm not saying all Americans, don't hate me, but conservative Christian Americans are so far behind the times. It's like, if you're abnormal, that it's like I met one over on holiday. They moved here, but they saw my pentagram. And they said, "Oh, I'll pray for you." I'm like, "Yeah, well, mate." Even though the pentagram was used in Christianity, 5 points, the 5 wounds of Christ. They don't even know the religion. You know what I mean? But but the point is, that sounds more like a religious nut coming up to his thing. Do you remember? I'm not sure for those of you new to the channel, we reacted to one where this weirdo, he was trying to get into someone's house, and he was saying it's his duty. He was told apparently by God it was his duty to go into these houses and women, yeah. So it's like you get some weirdo people who think they're doing, So she's going, I want to bless you and your dogs. It's like the way she comes across sounds like one of those Watchtower nuts. You know what I mean? I'm not saying all Christians are bad, but I'm just saying it's like it sounds more Christian than a witch. You know what I mean? But when people go, oh, it was a witch, it's like no. The only witches you get these day and age are Wiccas. There are Satanists, but Satanists are atheistic. They don't actually believe in a real Satan. They don't go around sacrificing babies and drinking blood. You know what I mean? It's all bollocks. It's stereotypical. Even voodoo is not evil, for Christ's sake. You've got voodoo and hoodoo. Voodoo is basically used on your ancestors. You contact you tap into the spirits of the ancestors and honour your ancestors. Hoodoo is herbalism. None of it's evil. The funny thing is, all magic can be used for evil, depending on the intent of the user. So this idea is, oh, it's an evil witch. It's bollocks.
A blessing is far from seeming like a gesture of kindness. What do you think? Do you think the man overreacted? Or was he really facing someone or something whose intentions weren't exactly good? Comment below.
Probably a harmless weirdo, but still.
Number 8. A security guard was on his night shift when he noticed something strange on his monitor outside the establishment he was guarding. 2 figures. 2 human silhouettes standing perfectly still, right in front of the entrance. The guard alerted that they might be people in need of help, or perhaps criminals planning a robbery. He immediately went to meet them and asked them to leave. But what happened next is very troubling. Pay attention.
So I'm just making them inactive. I remember this one. This is good. I've seen this one before. This clip.
Where did they go?
As
we can see, the camera does record the presence of 2 human figures. There's no way to mistake them for garbage bags, tree shadows, or reflections. They are corporeal figures, motionless, looking towards the enclosure. However, when the truck's headlights are turned on and the area is illuminated. Those figures disappear completely, as if someone had erased the image with an eraser. There isn't a trace. Not a trace. It's as if there had never been anything there.
Spooky.
Some might say it's a classic case of pareidolia, that the shape of the surroundings, the shadows, or the camera
Yes, I mean, she's got a really nice voice.
angle played tricks on them. However, those
Could be.
figures look too defined. So much so that the guard himself, bewildered, approached the spot and confronted them about their presence there.
Ooh.
Even so, he found absolutely nothing.
So that makes it even more weird is when the guard, it's like those hospital ones. Do you remember where he's like, oh, I was talking to this old lady, he goes, but there's no one there.
If we analyze the video carefully, the naturalness, or rather, the unnaturalness, with which these figures vanish the moment the truck's headlights turn on, opens the door to another possibility: shadow entities. These are the same entities we've discussed in previous videos. Beings that seem to manifest as dark figures reacting to light, appearing and disappearing without leaving any physical trace. If you want to delve deeper into this phenomena, you can check out those videos after this one. But now I ask you, what do you see? Do you think they were real people? Was it pareidolia? Or are we looking at a genuine case of intelligent shadows reacting to light?
It does look quite fine,
Please
doesn't
write
it?
down your theories before we move on to the next.
Sorry to interrupt you, but it does, doesn't it? Because it's like you can see the trousers, the top. You know what I mean? It looks quite defined, doesn't it? What do you think?
Position. Number 7. In this segment, we revisit one of the most worrying cases to have graced this channel, and today it returns with even
If this is what I think it is, this was funny.
greater force. I'm referring to the unsettling clip posted by the TikTok account Smug Puppy, where a father and his daughter have been harassed for years by something that, according to recordings from their own security cameras, is not human.
Maximum fake content, please.
And doesn't seem to have any intention of leaving. Some of you may remember that we covered this case a while back, when it was just starting to go viral. This was one of the first cases we analyzed here on the channel. What we see in that footage is the kind of phenomena that needs no explanation. Things moving on their own. Figures that mimic voices or movements of the family. But what is truly alarming is that since that moment, things have not improved, but quite the opposite. They have worsened with much greater intensity. In recent months, the father himself has begun experiencing direct attacks and episodes resembling possession. One of the most viral videos shows a moment that left thousands of people speechless.
Watch out, don't light a match. Maximum face filter, please. Yeah, so the clip that she hasn't shown you, right? It's this channel, so you know, is the one where he's eating Doritos at his computer and he gets slapped. But it's so fake because one, the shock, his acting's really bad, but two, the sound is off. So he's like that. So I need him hands-free. So imagine I'm eating crisps, yeah? So it's so we like this, right? You know, eating crisps and it's like, ow, fucking hell. So I clap, hang on. Take my, how the hell did I, ooh. How the hell did I hurt my finger with my jewellery? Right. So yeah, so basically, he's eating his Doritos and he's like, oh! You see the delay? I think the delay, I exaggerated the delay a bit there, but you see the delay? He was like, oh! Not same time. You know what I mean? It's so way off that and some of the ones that got hands coming through the ceiling, the CGI is so fake, it's unreal. So badly made. And with this, face filter, I mean, come on.
In this event, the man appears agitated after his glasses fall to the
get
ground.
off!
But the unsettling part happens seconds later, after his body is subdued by something unseen. His expression drastically changes, his face transforming into a completely different form, as if another entity were emerging from within. The question among internet users was obvious. Is that the true face of the entity that has taken over the home?
No, it's a face filter.
Since then, episodes like these have become much more frequent, making the situation increasingly dangerous and upsetting for both of them. But the video that has really brought this...
See, the funny thing is, and I'll say what, right? If no one zoomed in, you might have got away with it, even though their channel's full of crap. The fact that you zoomed in on it, you can see it's a fucking digital edit. It's like, really?
Case back into the discussion, and which deserves to be analyzed carefully, is the following. The daughter, who claims to be the one most affected by the recent attacks and protests, decided to record herself with a thermal camera, seeking visual evidence of the harassment she is suffering. What she captured is, without exaggeration, one of the most terrifying videos that has been shared from this account.
Who is it that keeps bothering me? Who is it?
Even the heat camera's so fake. Funny thing is, right, look at the state of their house. It's like, you tell me, it's like, how the hell do you think they're going to afford a proper thermal camera? Especially when you've got like a, the green, you know what I mean? It's like a typical looking like military grade heat camera. It's like, how the fuck did you afford that? But I mean, it's like, it's a really, I mean, Jesus, look how bad that filter is. That's like, you can download phone apps of fake night vision that looks better than that.
Oh my god. I don't want to do this anymore.
I don't want to do this anymore, but I'm going to fake loads of TikTok videos for my channel.
Who is it?
Also, did you notice the mouth didn't move?
Oh my god.
See, I know people react differently, as in Casper's site says when he reacts stuff. I know people react differently, but seriously, if it was literally like cold, undead hands on your face, you would shit and puke and piss everywhere, wouldn't you?
I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh, pardon me.
During this clip, a young woman claims to have felt a chill run down her spine and pressure in her shoulders. Seconds later, she experiences a choking sensation, as if something were trying to cover her mouth, preventing her from breathing. She didn't see anyone at that moment. She didn't hear anything. She didn't sense any presence in
Mind you, I'd love that chair. That looks like a Star Trek chair, doesn't it?
the room. But the thermal camera did. The recording clearly shows a long, cold hand with prominent claws resting on her shoulders, and then on part of her face. A hand that doesn't belong to any human being. Fans were completely baffled, as this footage appeared to have been captured in real time, ruling out any possibility of simple editing or post-production. And for many, this makes this event...
Not really. That's the whole idea of post-production, is you can actually set it all up, if that makes sense. So it's like, as long as you get the time index right, and there's no proof that it's live as well. It's just a recording. This is what happens to me, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
And one of the most compelling and impactful to date. Footage like this keeps thousands of people on edge, waiting for every update on Smug Puppy's account. Because...
Yeah, I'm sorry, but if you believe Snug Puppy's channel, then I really feel bad for you, because they've been debunked so many times, and the acting is so bad. It's like, if I could... The thing is, I don't like faking stuff, because it discredits the actual genuine stuff, if that makes sense. I'm not into that stuff. I would never fake anything. But seriously, if I could be asked, I could do a better job with my mobile phone.
This case, despite the years that have passed, shows no sign of any time soon.
There's like apps you could literally do this show.
Number 6.
Number 6.
The video you are about to see came to me thanks to a subscriber who preferred to remain anonymous. He only told me that he works as a security guard for a packaging delivering company in León, Guanajuato, where he's responsible for protecting several mechanical workshops used to repair cargo trucks.
Cool.
It was precisely in one of those workshops where security cameras captured the following scene. Watch. At a first glance, what you see crossing the workshop appears to be a small whitish figure, floating just a few centimeters above the ground. But in the second appearance, just before it disappears from the camera's view, you can notice something unsettling. Small protrusions on the lower part of its body, like tiny legs. Can you see it? Its movements are strange, erratic, almost childlike.
I can see a white speck, but I can't... a white figure, sorry, but I can't see beyond that, because it's fucking small, man.
And although some of the workers there take it with humor and joke that it's a girl, the truth is that this place has had a sinister reputation for a long time. According to what this subscriber told me, the workshop frequently receives wrecked trucks, vehicles that arrive directly after serious accidents on the road. That is why there is a belief among the guards that some entities could come along with those trucks, especially if the people involved lost their lives in the impact. A concerning theory, but one we've heard on this channel before. Places where tragedies have occurred often remain charged with residual energy, and sometimes what manifests is not exactly human, nor recognizable. What do you think? Is it really some kind of creature? A child's spirit wandering among the damaged trucks? Or is there another explanation for this figure that seems to float and then walk inside the workshop? Tell me what you think. Number 5. Brian Aravena, a loyal subscriber, wrote to me a few days ago to tell me about one of the most shocking experiences he had while serving in the Chilean army. During that period, he recounts being sent several times to guard an old school called Santa Maria de Paine, a place that, according to him, had a very heavy and decadent atmosphere that he felt from the first moment and knew something was wrong. But nothing would compare to the last night he served as a guard in that place. During the early morning hours, he and his partner were sent to check an electrical box because the establishment had lighting issues. It was there that Brian captured what you will see below with his cell phone.
Prohibido subir o compartir esos videos.
Sí, evidente, no se preocupe. ¿Qué? ¿Qué?
As you can see, just as the lieutenant finished giving an order, a child's scream echoed through the radio, reverberating throughout the building. Both recruits were completely taken aback by the unusual situation, so they quickly made their way down to the level where the lieutenant was. However, another inexplicable surprise awaited them on the way.
Una interferencia ahora. Ya. Estás acá. ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo? ¿Giordano? Concha tu madre. ¿Repítame tu nombre? ¿Eres hombre o mujer? Niño o niña.
The occurrence repeats itself, with a child's voice taking over the communication. What was happening here? Whose voice was that? Brian says that this establishment is very old and that for decades it had functioned as a religious school run by nuns. The hallways had crosses nailed to the walls. Old rooms were locked from the inside, and a dampness that made every step echo as if someone were walking behind you. Although he can't be sure, he and his partner firmly believe that a spiritual entity tried to contact them that night. Perhaps the spirit of a child who attended the school many years ago, like an echo from another era trying to establish a connection in this reality. Do you think this is possible? Is there another explanation that justifies the presence of that voice on the intercom? Without a doubt, an experience captured on camera that Brian and his partner will surely never forget. Number 4.
Interesting.
A man in the middle of the night, hearing the commotion from his neighbors outside, went out to see what was happening. On the street, he noticed everyone was looking up at the night sky, so he took out his phone and decided to record. What he captured, according to him, is one of the most impressive things he has ever seen.
Fíjense que estoy aquí sobre Granada Meta, ¿no? Miren para allá, está despejado todo para ese lado, está despejado todo para acá, para este lado. Miren, miren porque estoy grabando directo. Despejado todo para acá, este lado. Y aquí hay una cosa, miren, miren. Hay como 4, ¿cuántas son? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 luces. 5 luces que parpadean y están alineadas. Estáticas, mírenlas ahí. Miren que estoy en la calle, vean. Estoy sobre la calle, miren, el señor allá también está grabando. Y por acá también había gente ahorita grabando y mirando para el cielo porque está rara la cosa. Mire, ahí al fondo también hay unos muchachos grabando. Y mire, la vean. Ustedes en las redes sociales, ¿qué opinan que puede ser esto? No es un cable de energía, porque miren, los cables de energía están aquí bajitos. Mire, y tampoco es un mosco. Mira, aquí están los cables de la luz. Allá hay estrellas al fondo. Y estas 3 luces que están ahí, estas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 luces que se ven ahí, que están parpadeando. Y ahí se puede ver que pasan mosquitos. Ahí les dejo el video para que me digan ustedes, amantes de lo no identificado, porque para mí estos son objetos voladores no identificados. No solamente son extraterrestres, son, y mira, ahí alumbró esa, la última alumbra harto, vean. Miren, miren cómo alumbra la última. están estáticas las caras, ¿verdad?
Interesting.
Miren, ahí está. Vamos a girar el teléfono por aquí un poquito. Miren, ahí están las 5 luces.
The footage shows a completely dark sky, but crossed by 5 blinking lights that appear to float in formation. They don't move like an airplane, they don't rise and fall like a drone, and they definitely don't blink like the satellites that many people mistake for aerial phenomena. These lights are doing something different. The man mentions that there are no light poles nearby, so he rules out the possibility that it's a reflection from streetlights. He also denies that it's a reflection from the camera lens, since all the neighbors present were seeing the exact same thing with the naked eye. But there is something else in this recording that is very striking. If you look closely, you'll notice the lights aren't arranged randomly. There's a slight curve in their alignment, a shape, an outline, as if they're tracing the silhouette of something much larger, something suspended right above the neighborhood. As if a colossal ship, completely camouflaged in the darkness, had decided to reveal itself for just an instant through these points of light. Do you notice it too? Are we just witnessing unexplained
lights
flashes?
on the
Or
side
could
of
it
the hole.
be an unidentified flying object of enormous proportions? Tell me what you think. Number 3. In this event, we find ourselves with a situation so strange, so disconcerting that even the owner of the vehicle, who captured everything, to this day, does not know how to explain it. He owns an electrical car, which nowadays has several cameras that record simultaneously in different directions. It was on the last of his journeys that these devices recorded something that simply makes no sense. What is it? Pay attention.
Guys, look. There's no one here. No one in this corner. Get this. Still, nobody here. Look at my left camera.
I don't know, because the way he's reacting, I can't remember when Casper Sight, because this clip looks familiar, because I think what Casper Sight said about it was, it looks like the guy just came from a building or something and just stood into the road and went, "Oh, what's up, mate?" You know what I mean? Whether it's the driver's fault or his fault, you know what I mean? He's like, you know what I mean? He's like, "Hey, what's happening?" His reaction is like, "Whoa, what's happening?" You know what I mean?
Did you see him? Where on earth did the man in the overalls come from? The front camera, which should record everything happening in front of the vehicle, shows absolutely no one. The street is empty. No shadow. No movement. Nothing. But as soon as the car reaches the intersection and stops, the rear camera captures a huge figure dressed in what appears to be a reflective vest right next to the vehicle. As if he had appeared out of nowhere. Or as if he had always been there, but invisible to everyone else. The strangest thing is that the other cameras were also recording, and none of them captured that figure. Only the rear camera. Only that one. If it were a normal person, their presence, size, shadow, figure would have been easily captured by the other cameras. However, that simply doesn't happen here. So what are we really seeing? Was it an isolated technical error with the front cameras? Or are we witnessing a presence that could only manifest itself at a specific angle, at a
What do you reckon? The other explanation could be as well is we only got his word for it. So the way he's got all the pictures and that down the bottom of the screen, you could easily set that up on your computer again. See, look at the thing. At the same time, we've got this camera here. You know, we're not there in the room with him, so I don't know.
Precise moment, as if it partially materialized before the vehicle's sensors. A situation captured from all angles and which so far has no explanation. Number 2. The following footage quickly went viral on TikTok thanks to Davo Balkrat, a creator specializing in paranormal cases, who decided to share it because of how unsettling it is. On the screen, we see the room of an ordinary young man with the television on and the night progressing outside. But what happens next is far from normal. The boy was recording a video to explain the strange events he'd been experiencing lately. He had no idea that in just a few seconds, one of the most terrifying moments of his life would be captured on video. Watch closely.
Bueno, estaba viendo Friends. Es de mis series favoritas y luego mientras trato de dormir, no sé, veo cosas y me duermo con esto abierto porque me entra aire y soy una persona que sufre de mucho calor. A veces pongo la cortina ahí atorada y sentía que alguien me estaba viendo desde afuera. Estoy sentado, ¿ok? Porque ya me asomé y no hay nada ni nadie. Y justo eso se empezó a escuchar. Justo eso. Se escucha como un niño.
What, a child that goes...
Niña. Entonces me levanto, me siento y veo de reojo que algo se mete como una sombra, pero no hay nada, ni nadie. Ya me asomé y no hay nada, ni de este lado. Y si se dan cuenta, hasta le dije a Alexa que encendiera la luz del baño. Ahorita estoy arreglándolo. Entonces hay un desmadre ahí.
Go check it out. Never mind what's gone outside, mate. Don't turn your back to that. Go check it out, man.
¿Quién eres?
Go on, flying axe kick it. Turn that way.
Este es todo el desmadre, la herramienta y todo eso para componer el baño. Ven al desmadre que tengo. ¿Te puedo ayudar en algo? No hay nadie. Ahí es donde se viola esa cosa con mis vecinos, ¿se acuerdan? No sé. Voy a seguir grabando por si acaso. Uf, pero hasta estoy temblando y todo.
What happened here? While the young man was explaining his situation, mysterious events began to occur to him, both at the window and in the bathroom near his room. Unexplained sounds that end with a brutal crash coming from the window, as if something or someone wanted to make it clear that it had been by his side all along. In the comments, many advise him not to talk to anyone he doesn't see, to close his window at night, and even to adopt a cat to ward off bad energy. Measures he says to be seriously considering. This is where a series of questions arise. Is this young man being harassed by a paranormal entity? Or could it be something much more sinister that only manifests itself when he is alone? And why do the window and bathroom seem to be the key points of the activity? Questions that, if you wish, you can try to answer in the comments. Number 1.
What do you think?
And so we arrived at first place with a video that frankly left me thinking for several minutes. A video sent by a subscriber who, for personal reasons, asked to remain completely anonymous. The only thing he wanted to reveal is that these images were captured in the town of Parral, Chiapas, a place that, in his own words, is known among the inhabitants for the practice of witchcraft. It was early morning when several security cameras automatically activated, capturing the disturbing sequence you're about to see.
It's like materializing, going, oh, I shot myself. Because it's like walking like, you know, it's like, it's feel like that. It's like, maximum piles.
A light that leaves a trail and upon reaching the street materializes into a person. What are the chances that this is a normal situation? The figure of a woman, appearing of advanced age, manages to walk for a couple of meters before disappearing into the darkness. A disturbing situation captured not by one, but by 2 cameras that were there. Our subscriber assures us that in that area, witchcraft is commonplace. Something that is part of the daily lives of its inhabitants. So situations of this type, however odd it may sound, are not uncommon to see. Are we witnessing the actual recording of a witch transforming before our very eyes? A being capable of manifesting at will, defying even surveillance systems? Let me know what you think in the comments, because this video has come to an end. My name is Leonore Clay, and this was The Darkest Secret.
Let me know what you think. There's some bit of that does look like a bit of distortion or something on the camera. Because it's like bit. No, but anyway, let me know what you think. Yes. Well, there you go then. That was The Darkest Secret. They weren't too bad, were they? I mean, some, you know, I'll say some of them more interesting than others. I think the one with the woman that goes, I'm going to bless you, you know, regardless of what affiliation is. She was just a weirdo in the middle of the woods. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Which one's... Snug Puppy's definitely fake. They got... You probably remember, like I said, that slappy one was like... It's like... Oh! You know what I mean? It's like, oh God, it's like, how the acting's bad, special effects are bad, and it's TikTok. So yeah, but anyway, they weren't too bad, were they? So anyway, but most importantly of all, as always, thank you for taking the time to watch these with me and listen to me waffle and react. And if you're new to the channel, then please subscribe, because 1, it helps me out. 2, it doesn't cost you a thing. 3, from what I've seen, people will subscribe to random shit anyway. 4, the most important element of all is it'd be great to have you with us. So until next time, take care and be well.